Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and if you are new here, welcome. So today we are going to revisit some old, well, I say old, I've only poured them a couple of times, but they are the IntoResin butterfly and little rose thingy. So I've just plugged in my Let's Resin Debubbler. So for the butterfly, it takes 4 ounces, 2 in each. And look at the detail in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into 2 cups. And I'm going to do purple and Suco blue, which looks like a purpley blue. So we're going to pour them, and I'm going to try to swirl the color and see what we get. On this one, I'm going to pour it in clear, and I'm going to do the leaves in the dark green intense chameleon powder by Let's Resin. So we're going to be using 3 of these. So we're going to do the dark green on the leaves. I'm going to do the fairy green on the stem and the 2 little pieces of the leaf that come out here. And we're going to do the rose in dark magenta. And then we're going to pour it in clear and see what we get for colors. So I have mixed up 4 ounces here. I mixed 6 ounces here. I could not remember what this took, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I'm going to split this into 2 cups. And let's see. Do I want to? Yeah, I guess I'll use these. All right, so I'm going to pour 2 ounces in here. All right. So we've got 2 and 2. And we're going to get this blue. And this is the eye candy. I really like the pigment paste from eye candy. I'm gonna definitely have to get more. So I'm just gonna kind of go with what I have on my stick right here. And let me just zoom out a little bit if I can, because there we go. Because I want to make sure that I'm in frame so you guys can see what I'm doing. And we are going to use this purple. This is one that I got on Temu. And I think the last time I looked for it, it was out of stock. So if I can find it, I will put that in the link in the description below, as well as these molds. Now, I do have a link right to the IntoResin website, and I do have a discount code for 20% off. So if anybody wants to take advantage of any of these, the discount code works for also for anything on their website. So, and that will also be linked in the description box. All right, so let's go with that. And then I'm going to put these in the debubbler because it's really cool in my room down here today. So my resin is definitely bubbly. And it is still translucent, and that's fine. I don't need it to be opaque. And I believe I'm going to put a little bit of crushed crystal in each of these. Like, we really don't need the extra sparkle, but all right, I'm going to put a little bit more of this purple. This isn't as pigmented as, you know, some of the name brands. So just remember that if you're, you know, getting your stuff off Temu. All right. That's definitely going to be a lighter color, but that's fine. All right. Okay, we have those two mixed up, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit 4 cups in here. I might not. No, I'm not. So this, we will put, I'm going to put half, and then I can always run the other half through. All right. So I'm going to run the 3 through the debubbler, and while those are debubbling, I can we can start painting this one here. All right, so I'm gonna take my gloves off. Just to paint these in. And I'm gonna use an eyeshadow like disposable applicator brush. All right, put those there. And let me get a couple out, just because sometimes, whoa, I almost spilled that. Sometimes the ends of these break off. So I'm gonna start with the dark magenta, and we're gonna do the rose, and I'm going to try to clean up the side of the jar. And then I will just take a little micro brush and clean up the edges. You know, and unfortunately I will have to use a little bit of like alcohol on that tip just to get the edges, but I'm gonna go very gently. I might even try just a baby white. That might be a little bit easier. But I think this is going to make a beautiful rose color, because this is so iridescent. And that's the thing with these IntoResin molds, you don't have to do much for them to be gorgeous, because they are just gorgeous on their own. I'm just trying to get the tip of the brush so I don't have too much powder. This is so pretty. Right, just making sure that I have all the little nooks and crannies. And I'm gonna try baby white first. And I'm gonna wrap it on the end of this little micro brush. Just like that. I'm gonna have to use a little bit of alcohol. And then I'll just use this to put some more on where I got it off the rose. There's going to be a little bit of an outline around it just because this is so faceted, but I figured if I can get the bulk of it out, it shouldn't show much. And now I'll just get a little bit on here and redo this outside edge. Let me get a clean one and just do one last little clean up here. So the chrome powders don't spread as easy as some of these other ones. Like I didn't have this much of a cleanup when I used the chrome ones, but that's fine. It'll just give like a shadow around it. So I am going to get this cover on right. Let's do, we're gonna do the fairy green first because that's the lighter color. And I'm just gonna try this little micro brush and see. Gosh. Because it actually even shows like the little thorns on the stem. This a little bit, and let me try to get some of this off. So I didn't make too much of a mess this time. And hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh. I did get some powder in there, which I didn't want. All right, now we will do the dark green on the leaves. And I am just about out of this one. Unfortunately, the only way to buy it is you gotta buy a whole new pack, which kind of stinks. Just try to blow the excess out before it goes too far in there. I'll just shut that off. And I am using the Craftor resin for this particular, just because it cures so much quicker. It's almost like the 4-hour fast cure is kind of, but it's regular. So okay, now I'm gonna see if I can just Use my finger with a baby wipe. And I'm going to put a little bit of that fairy green back on my stem. Why, oh why, do these covers have to be so difficult at times? All right. So we are going to go with this and hope and pray that we don't get little spots. I think in this one, I'm going to add some of the Marabou alcohol ink, just so if it's not 100% clear, you know, it will it will blend in. So these still have some bubbles just because, like I said, my resin was so cold. Give that a good spritz because we don't want to spray our inside of our molds. So I'm going to let that finish debubbling, and let me grab the let's see. We will do the rainbow one in this. So I'm just going to let these finish degassing over here. These ones are more clear. Three, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This, and like I said, I don't remember how much this takes. I was thinking 4 ounces, but I did not want to run short. Even though it's clear, I just figured. And then I am going to take, once I get this bottom layer in, I'm going to take a micro brush and brush those crystals there at the bottom. And I'm hoping that by putting that mica powder on the rose, we don't get a ton of bubbles clinging to the rose. So I'm just going to kind of brush that bottom. Kind of, if there's any bubbles, try to dislodge them. You know what? I forgot my 2 little green pieces. Oh, crap. Oh, well. We're going to have to do it after. Too late now. You know, and because this is faceted, If there are any little bubbles, hopefully they don't show. But it's also my way of trying to get the rest of that color around the rose kind of up and in all the resin so that it doesn't look like it was messy. Okay. And I should have put my gloves back on, and I didn't. All right, so I'm going to I am going to spray this now just because the mold itself is now covered. So I do want to get the little lip, and then I'm going to dome it after. So my resin is already getting thick. See how it's already thickening right up? So I probably would have been right with 4 ounces, but I didn't want to take that chance. All right. Yeah, so we got 2 ounces left. So this takes 4 and the other one takes 4. So I'm just gonna wipe around. I'm gonna throw that away because I don't want to pick up a spot that has resin. Okay, let's move this one over here. Give it a, I'm just gonna babysit this for a little while, and we're gonna put a little bit of crushed crystal in this one. Like a little, and that's it. Oh yeah, nice, nice, nice. And this one's still has a bunch of micro bubbles. Oh, so this piece could come out like crap. Just saying. I know we're not supposed to, but because this one is still bubbly, I am going to spray this 1 squirt. And I do want some of this purple to show. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pour the purple first. Just to see if we can, kind of, you know, get some of both of those colors showing. I don't mind if the bottom is more blue, but I do want some of that purple. And I got something in there that I gotta dig out. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, and that's pretty full. Pour the rest of the purple, and then we'll work on underneath. Just want to get it all right, so that's domed. And you can definitely see some little bubbles around this edge here. So I'm gonna just pull those out. And yes, I should have put my gloves on, but by the time I realized it, I was like, well, I'm almost done, so yeah. So if I have a breakout again, it's my own dang fault. Oh. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same around this. Oh. Because there are like little like scallopy things around the edge. Oh. Yeah, I hadn't made these molds in a while, and I was like, oh, let's do them, but try to do something a little different. Like I said, I don't know if these colors are gonna mush together and just make one, or will we see a little bit of the two different colors. All right, so let's pour the rest of the blue in here. And I'm trying to stick to the middle so that it doesn't like go into that purple. I want some of that purple to be seen. All right, so let me grab a wipe. I'm going to wipe my hands because I just got resin on it, and I'm going to put my gloves on because I still got to make it extra. And I got to clean up all these tools. So let me throw my gloves on. There we go. There. Now I don't have to try to be so careful, because I was trying to be extremely careful when I realized I didn't have my gloves on. And I think that can take a little bit more. Like I said, this is getting thick. All right. Just gonna wipe this extra. It is so thick that maybe spray this with alcohol so we can wipe this off easier. Because I love my new silicone spatulas that Dawn got me. These are amazing. All right, so just going to try to gently clean up some of the overspill here. All right, now on these, we are going to just wait. And I will spray them a couple of times so we can work, you know, get those bubbles out. Slide that over there. Slide that back. Try to get myself clean. All right, so we have got 2 ounces. Is that gonna be enough to do Mr. Hippo? I think it will. I think it will. And so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to add a little bit of this ghost blue. And we will just see what we get for a color. I'm thinking he takes 2 ounces. I hope he doesn't take more. All right, so let's just I think we're gonna make it. And we made it. I mean, he could maybe use 10 more milliliters, but I am not gonna fret over that. I am gonna take this and get underneath his chin, because that's where those micro bubbles want to land and stay. They want to make their home there. And we do not want them making a home there. All right. Just try to get that little bit of thickness in there if I can. All right, I guess that's it. We ain't scraping no more. I could have used some of the other colors, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to keep him in that ghost blue. All right, so now we will wait and I will be back on demold, guys. So hopefully I'll be able to demold these later today. So right now it is 12:48 p.m. So we will see what time it is when we come back to demold. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, so we're back. These are cured. I am going to have some bubbles in these. I just know it. Because I can see one right there. So let's get them out and see what we've got here. All right, so I mean, there's just a micro little tiny one right there. One there. Not as bad as I thought. I thought we were going to get more. So like I thought, the colors did kind of run together. You can still see pink here and pink here. But it does have a nice sparkle to it. All right, let's hope. Let's hope we have no bubbles. All right, and this one here is kind of difficult to get out because, oh, there we go. Once you can break the suction, then it's not so bad. But, okay, so let me put that together. So we have a few little bubbles here, but there's none on the sides. Oh, pretty. So we did get a little bit of mixing of color on the sides. That is really pretty. And you can definitely see there's like purple in there. So there wasn't as many bubbles as I thought, guys. So I'm impressed with that. All right, let's get our little Mr. Hippo out and see what he looks like with the ghost blue. He is a little bugger to get out. I will give you that. Only a few micro bubbles, but you can really barely even see them. Oh, he's adorable. Look. He is adorable. And I had a little speck of something in there, but a rolled glitter in there. Okay, so we've got 2 for 2 that are good. And let's see. Where I did this in the clear, I was like, I don't know how that's going to look. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So there are some micro bubbles in the side, but you really can't tell because of so I'm wondering if I paint that, because see, if my hand's over it, we have more color. When my hand is not, but it still does have some color. And I don't know which side is supposed to be the side that shines. I'm thinking it goes this way. So I do need to do those 2 little leaves because I remember I forgot. And we're gonna do the dark green. And I don't know if this is going to they look purple now. And on this side, you really can't even tell what color they are. I don't know. It's pretty like this. It's really pretty like this. So you know what? I'm going to leave this the way it is, because depending on the light that hits it, you can see the green in certain lights of the leaves. And I believe it goes this way. I think, you know, this is the back. I do have a little bit of trimming to do, but I think it's just beautiful the way it is. So I'm going to leave this just the way it is. Okay. And I am going to put my mold over here. Get those flipped upside down. And on this butterfly, we have some purples in here. Let's see what this purple would look like. And I don't think that is going to show. You know what? We are going to go with those. Let me see what this, if this one would look better. They pretty much look the same color. There's a shade different, but and that I think would be too dark. Yeah, definitely too dark. What about this? I like that one better. It's clear, but it has some shine to it. It has like blues and purples, so I'm going to put some in here, and I'm going to get my liquid fusion. And we're just going to add a little bit. I'm not going to go overboard because this already is gorgeous. But I do want to give it a little something. Can't. Oh, there we go. Some's coming out now. Okay. And I'm going to put just to kind of like, I don't know, separate the body. Just like that. And then I think I'm going to put one stone in these little, there's like a little divot. So I'm just going to put one. Put one in each of the and you know what? These ones are too big. So yeah, let's do the blue just to give a different color, because butterflies are colorful. And these ones I'm going to put on the end. Yeah, I think that's just enough. Don't want to overdo, but I wanted there to be a little something extra on the wings. Okay. And I'm going to try to place these in similar positions. And okay, so so I got to put one over here now. So that one is here. It depends on the way you look at it as to which way you see the little spots. There, 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 and now I gotta do one here. Yeah, I think that is just enough. Just enough. Just to give it a little something, something. Okay. And that one had glue on it, so I'm not putting that back in there. And let's see. I always thought that I had a bubble in his eyes, but it's not. It's just the way that it's made. But I always thought I had bubbles in the eyes every time. There we go. And let's get his other nostril here. Why is it I always get one nostril right and not the other? And this one has a little tiny bubble in there. There we go. So I think we are gonna leave him just like that because he is so cute. I do have a little bit of trimming on the bottom, but that's it. So this is our little hippo. He's adorable. This is our flower mold by IntoResin. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then our little trinket box with all the sparkle. And then our cover. So, and I've got a few little micro bubbles there, but I mean, it's the bottom, so that's not that bad. And like I said, the cover came out really good, better than I thought. I thought I was gonna have bubbles. So yeah, that's our project for today, guys. Alrighty, thanks for hanging with me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.